Hey everyone, it's Eric Estrada, the Tax-Free Ninja, and I am back with part 2 of my Success with Money Tips series for your 20s, 30s, and 40s. Today we're talking about tips for those of you who are just like me, have recently crossed into the big 3-0, the dirty 30. Don't go away, I'll be right back. Alright, welcome back. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Eric Estrada, the Tax-Free Ninja, teaching the world what Wall Street won't even dare to show you, and helping you maximize your wealth by staying protected against stock market loss, unforeseen illness, and of course remaining tax-free. Now this is the second part in my 3-part installment called Success with Money Tips for your 20s, 30s, and 40s. I'm going to be sharing some easy tips to follow to help put you in the right position when it comes to being more financially stable. And trust me, these are things that I'm still learning and working as I go on. So whether you are the best saver in the world, whether you're the worst saver in the world, or whether you're just looking for new information altogether, I've got you covered. Tip number 1, it's time to get confident in your financial education. Now, on my first video, we talked about in your 20s, mainly managing your debt and establishing some sort of emergency fund to get you along at least 3 to 6 months should something happen to you employment-wise. Now, it's time to take that up a notch. And you need to boost your education when it comes to money matters. Now, there's all types of free sources out there. There are workshops, there are blogs, there are tons of articles, there's podcasts, there's a lot of free information out there. All you gotta do is get on Google, type exactly what you want, whether it's your 401k, your IRA, lowering your debts, refinancing your home, whatever it may be, but there's a lot of free information out there that you need to soak into your brain so that way you are a lot more savvier in your 30s than you were in your 20s. So tip number 1, get financially educated. Tip number 2, it's time to get a money coach. Now, we all get coaches for other things in our life, our health, our profession. Why not have one for your money? What I mean by a money coach is not someone who's just going to sell you life insurance or just sell you a mutual fund. I mean someone that can truly help you from an organic and holistic perspective when it comes to your financial picture from A to Z. Someone who can help you manage your cash flow, someone who can help you accumulate wealth, as well as protect your wealth at the same time. Now, you also want to find someone who specializes in where you are at as far as your financial education goes. If you're someone still trying to get out of debt, then find an advisor that's going to help you do that. If you are a savvy investor, then find an advisor that's going to help you, that mainly works with savvy investors. Find someone who fits exactly where you are and will help you grow as a person and help get the financial education that you need according to your style. So tip number 2, get a money coach. Tip number 3, it's time to get serious about those 2 words that all of us hate to hear. Yes, life insurance. And I've got 3 things about life insurance that I want to tell you before you cringe. Number 1, it's not a gamble on your life. It is a leverage on your dollar to protect what you have, i.e. your assets and your financial responsibilities. So, for example, if something were to happen to you, where would the money that you normally generate in income come from to help replace your financial obligations? Okay. Now, number 2 in that, next in that tip is don't nickel and dime it. Don't ask what'll $50 a month buy me or how much is $100,000 in coverage. Really consider what your debts are. Okay. Do you have a mortgage? Do you make sure you have enough to cover that? Do you have kids? Did you know that it costs $250,000 to raise a child from age 0 to 18, and that also includes 4 years of college. So for every kid you have, you should have at least $250,000 in coverage. Also, how many years of your income do you want to replace? Would your spouse even remarry? You expect them to live on just a single income and raise your family for the rest of their life. So consider the debts and your financial obligations and find the product, whether it's permanent or temporary, that'll help meet that need. Now, the last thing I want to talk to you about with life insurance is that did you know that you don't necessarily have to die to use it? Yes, there's a certain type of life insurance out there called living benefits where you can actually access the values in your policy if something were to happen like chronic, critical, or terminal illness. So tip number 3, get serious about life insurance, make sure you have adequate coverage, and make sure that you buy the version of life insurance that's affordable to you. Tip number 4, it's time to max out your retirement contributions. Now, before I talk about this, did you know that the average age 50 American has less than $50,000 saved up in retirement funds? Did you also know that retirement lasts about 18 years? Now, how in the heck are you supposed to stretch $50,000 over 18 years? Seems mathematically impossible, right? Without actually having to get a second job in retirement or without actually lower your cost of living. So start early and max out what you can. Now, the first place that I recommend contributing is to your 401k. Now, some of you may think that I'm crazy because it is tied directly to the stock market, but don't forget, a lot of 401k plans out there will actually match your contribution dollar for dollar. Now, I don't recommend putting any more than the match because remember, that's free money. That's money that you didn't have to earn. And if you need a refresher on what free money is, feel free to take a look at my video, The 4 Types of Money. I'll actually put a link to it right here, and you can watch that after watching this. So look at your 401k, find out how much you're being matched, and then contribute up to that match. Now, if you want to contribute to an alternative to their 401k, or if you want to contribute above the match, then I recommend putting those funds into an IRA, preferably a Roth IRA. The reason being is the money that you put into the Roth IRA will no longer be subject to income taxes for the rest of the time you own it. So no matter what tax rates do in the future, when you pull money out of that account, it'll be tax-free. So 2 beautiful words, tax-free. Now also keep in mind that on your IRA and on your Roth IRA, there are contribution as well as income limits in order to participate. So if you're looking for a third vehicle or an alternative vehicle to both the Roth or the typical traditional IRA, then I would recommend using a little program called Index Universal Life. It is just like a Roth IRA, except there are no contribution limits, there's no income limits. You can put as much as you want, no matter how much you make. So tip number 4, get serious about your retirement contributions. Start now, start early, and be calm. Tip number 5, donate to charity. Now, I don't just mean your money, I also mean your time. Now, there's a lot of different things you can do. You can volunteer, you can coach youth sports programs, a number of different ways that you can actually give back to charity. Now, other than the feel-good factors of it, you can also grow your network, especially if you are in business for yourself like me. You will create more opportunities for you to earn both new clients, new strategic partners, or create more career opportunities for you. And last but not least, people don't forget. Don't forget, there may be a time in your life where you really need a handout or you really need someone just to say, hey, I've got your back. And when you surround yourself with people that are always used to giving, you'll find people are willing to help, and you remember that you were there when they needed you. So tip number 5, donate to charity. I'm telling you, it's going to pay off tenfold in more ways than just financially. So if you have the time, I strongly recommend. So there you have it, 5 quick and easy tips for that 30-something out there to help make you a lot more stable when it comes to your finances. I hope you found this information helpful. If there's a question you have on anything that I talked about today, feel free to comment below. I'd love to answer it, create some dialogue, and help put you in a better place now than you were before watching this video. Eric Estrada, the Tax-Free Ninja. Of course, you can follow me on basically every social media program out there at the Tax-Free Ninja. And if you like this video, go ahead and watch some of my other ones that I've done before. I'll actually put a link to my playlist right here. And don't forget, next week I've got a video coming out, Success with Money Tips for that 40-something-year-old. Have a great week. We'll see you soon.